Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for January. I hope everybody is doing well. I'm going to take a quick second, Cancer, to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Cancer sign out there. So guys, take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Please keep in mind that the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, Cancer, get in where you fit in. But as always, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Cancer? Cancer. All right, Cancer, you are starting out with the Five of Wands. You have the Nine of Cups in the reverse, and you have the Seer. Interesting. So you may feel like somebody is putting you in competition with someone else. You could be in conflict with somebody, but you absolutely don't want to be. Yeah, you don't want this conflict. So something here is not turning out quite the way you had hoped or wanted it to turn out. I do feel like there's conflict here. With the Seer, I feel like you're looking for those answers. You're kind of moving quietly, slowly. You're trying to figure things out. And you're also deeply moving into your intuition as well. Let's see who's in your energy. You could be keeping things quiet, keeping something very secretive here as well. So let me see who's in Cancer's energy. This could be internal conflict as well. You might be conflicted about whether somebody is really the right person for you. All right, so we have the Four of Wands reversed. We have the Emperor, sign of Aries, and we have the King of Cups. And that would be another Cancer or a Pisces or a Scorpio. Now, I do feel like this person is someone who is used to being in charge. They could be a business owner, or they could be somebody who is a high-level manager, but they're used to telling people what to do, and, you know, people they do what, what they're told. They're very used to calling the shots here. This is somebody who has authority in some manner. They could be recently divorced, or this could be somebody that you were married to at some point and the relationship ended. But regardless, this person does have feelings for you. They do love you. Let me see. Show me the energy. I like that they're in the Emperor energy. The Emperor energy shows that they're high vibrational, so that's very positive. The energy between the two of you is the Two of Wands. Yeah, it's a Two of Wands. So I feel like right now you're trying to decide if this is the right person for you or not. There's decisions that you are trying to make here. I feel like the spring time frame is going to be very important for you, but you're conflicted about this person, Cancer. You're not positive. You're not positive about this person. You may have had some conflict with them. It could have been what ended this connection if it's someone from the past, or it could just be that you're conflicted internally about if this is the right person for you or not. Spring is going to be very important though. There's something that you're either launching in the spring, or you might take a dive into this relationship, but spring will be relevant to this. Let me see what is affecting this connection. You're both in decision-making mode. The Three of Swords, or Five of Swords. Oh, so there is conflict here. So what's affecting it is conflict and truth. There's something about truth. Yeah, somebody here fights to win, and they might fight a little dirty, and you don't like that. I feel like it's this person. I feel like this person is very used to getting their way. And they're very good with their words. They're very good with communication, but there's something you don't like about this person. Let me see the outcome for Cancer. Eight of Wands. There's going to be a lot of communication back and forth, and it's going to leave both of you feeling a little bit unsure. This is rapid movement. This person could live at a distance from you. But this is more about rapid movement, usually through communication. So they definitely have feelings for you, though. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Cups in the reverse. This is underlying energy. I almost feel like this is the energy of you basically turning down this person's love offer. I feel like there's something about this person that you just don't like, and it might be, you know, they could come at you in a harsh type of manner. You might feel like they are full of ego. It's just that this person's used to controlling the situation. So let me clarify your reading. Spirit, why is the Five of Wands here? Why is the Five of Wands here? All right, King of Wands reversed, Seven of Cups reversed, and the Knight of Swords. So it could very well be that there are things you like about this person, but you may feel like they're not the proper choice for you. I feel like part of that is because you don't feel the passion in this connection. So I don't see you taking any action towards this person. You have been very truthful with them. I don't feel like you have, led them astray in any way, because you're pretty clear about how you feel about them. You may have other options here as well, but I feel like you don't see this person as an option. It's almost this energy, Cancer, that I'm getting, that you're friend zoning this person. And it might be because of something that they have said that rubbed you the wrong way. Let's see why what you don't like here. Why is the Nine of Cups in the reverse? Why is the Nine of Cups in the reverse? Page of Pentacles reversed, and the Six of Wands. You don't feel like you don't feel like things would be successful between the two of you. Yeah, you're turning down an offer here. You may feel like this person, you don't like what it is that they're offering you, or you don't like the way they're approaching you. I feel like this is somebody who is very established. They're very used to getting their way. They fight for what they want. And you were checking to see, could this possibly be successful? And ultimately you're deciding, no, this is not the right option for you. I feel like you're friend zoning this person. Let me see why the Seer is here. So this would be like the High Priestess in the traditional deck. Oh, there's someone new. Page of Cups. And the Four of Swords reversed. So there's someone else in your energy. Yeah, you have another option. You have another option. So this person's probably not even aware that they're competing with somebody else. You will tell them. You will tell them. You haven't told them. And if this is someone new, or even someone that's returning that you were once in a relationship with, I feel like, it's your right to choose who is best for you. You don't feel the passion towards this person, but there's somebody else has caught your attention. So you have choices here, and you're not seeing this person as the best choice for you. And I feel like they don't like that. They have already decided in their mind that Cancer is the person for them. So they're coming at you like they're gonna convince you differently. You're gonna tell them about this new person. Let me see. You may block them after that, because we have the Eight of Wands in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. All right, let me see. Let's see why the Four of Wands is in reverse. This person could be, like I said, recently divorced, or recently out of another connection. The Fool in reverse. And the Ace of Wands reversed. Interesting. Yeah. So they've recently ended something. This person was playing the field. This person was playing the field, whether it was an ending with you at some point or whether it was an ending elsewhere. This person wasn't really trying to get anything brand new started, but I feel like, and there may have been a physical relationship between the two of you, and this person has fallen in love with you. And I feel like you are kind of like, I'm not sure that that's how I feel towards you. So I do see you speaking truth to this person. I don't see you being deceptive in any way. The only thing I see is that there is somebody new that you haven't told this person about, but you will. Let me see. This person was playing the field, though. They weren't trying to, when they met you, they weren't trying to, like, get another relationship started. But, I mean, you guys are Cancers, and everybody loves a Cancer, you know? Let me see why the Emperor is here. Page of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, they want to make you their wife or husband. This person is wanting to bring commitment in. This is what they're offering, but you're saying no. You're saying, no, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. You're friend zoning this person. So what are they going to do? They're going to kind of, you may know them through work. It's possible. But I feel that this person is going to pour themselves and their passion into work. But yeah, this is this energy of, you know, a passionate new beginning. And they were out here playing the field. They've run into you and they're like, yep, that's wife or husband material right there. And I'm going to fight for Cancer. And they're used to getting what they want, but you're saying, no. Let me see why the King of Cups is here. Because they're highly focused on you right now. Oh boy. Seven of Wands. They're definitely going to fight for this. Page of Swords. Seven of Wands, yeah. And they're checking to see. They're looking to see, are you involved with someone else? They're going to stand their ground. They're going to fight for the connection. So I feel like you're turning them down. You're friend zoning them, and they're not going to like it. Because they've already decided that you are the person that they want to be with in a commitment. So they went from playing the field to having some kind of a relationship with you. For some of you, it was sexual. And they were like, wow, Cancer's just the it person for me, and I'm going to fight for them. And you're saying, no, I don't think this is going to be successful because, you know, you're great as a friend, but not so much as my lover or my committed partner. Let me see why the Two of Wands is here. Yeah, look at that. They want to marry you. Four of Wands. Nine of Cups reversed. That's in your energy. And then we have the Five of Wands reversed. Interesting. So you're going to end the conflict. It's going to start an argument. Or at least you're going to speak your truth that, you know, this is not for you, that they're no longer in the competition. You don't want to fight with them. So I do feel like you're avoiding any kind of conflict. That's why you're being quiet about this. You're trying to avoid conflict with this person, but this person is definitely wanting commitment here. You may have met this person at a celebration of some sort. I feel like you're going to fly the nest by spring. And this person's not going to like it. They're not going to like it at all. Let me see. And the reason that they were playing the field is just that they weren't finding the right person for them. And now they're like, yeah, but Cancer's the person. Cancer is my person. All right, so we have the Death card and the Three of Coins reversed. This person could be currently going through a divorce as well, or a separation of some sort. There's a foundation here that is crumbling. So when you turn this person down and you end this, and I do see you doing that, you feel like the best thing to do is to end this because they're not the person you want, and you're going to avoid conflict. They're going to see you as being uncooperative because all they want to do is lock you down, and you're not. So there is going to be conflict, whether you want it or not. There is going to be some conflict here. That conflict is coming because this person feels like you are not cooperating with their wishes, hopes, and dreams. And you're saying you're just not the right person for me. So there is going to be conflict here. But I'm not so sure that you're going to be too upset about it, because you do have somebody new here. Let me see. Show me the outcome. Show me the outcome for Cancer. Oh, it's going to cause a Tower moment for them. All right, we have the Queen of Swords. You're going to put up those boundaries. Yeah, you're going to be very firm with this person. We have the Six of Swords. You're going to be moving forward. King of Pentacles and the Tower. Yeah, this person has identified you as being the perfect person for them, so it's going to cause a Tower moment. When you communicate with this person and you say, I've found somebody else, and likely the newer person is a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn, but they don't have to be. Person you're dealing with here could also be an earth sign, or possibly a Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So what's going to happen here in the outcome is there's going to be a lot of back and forth communication. You're going to be trying to avoid the conflict with this person, but because they're not getting their way, they're used to calling the shots and getting what it is that they want. This is likely somebody that has a lot of money as well. I do feel like this person is just very used to getting, their way. And I feel that they have decided that you are their person. They're going to fight for this connection. There is going to be this communication back and forth where you say, look, I like you. You're a great person. However, and I'm hearing you out. However, I'm ending this. And then you're going to tell this person that there's someone new in your energy here. And the person that's new in your energy, you're viewing as somebody that you could have a commitment with. This is your King of Pentacles. This is somebody that this new person is somebody who they work very hard. They have done well for themselves financially. And I do feel that it's going to cause a Tower moment for this person in your energy, because this is not going to go the way they thought. You see, they were out here playing the field and they ran across Cancer, and they wanted to lock you down, and you didn't. So you're friend zoning this person. And I feel like you're going to put up those boundaries and then you're going to move on. So I do see that it's going to cause a Tower moment for them, but in your energy, you're kind of like, well, that's really not my issue. That's not really my problem. And your attention is going towards someone else. Yeah, and you have that right. You do have that right. So I feel like you will turn this person down. Bottom of the deck is the Eight of Pentacles. That does tell me, again, you might work with this person. There is something about that, something to do with work. I also see you working very hard, trying to make sure that you are ensuring your stability. But one of these individuals you might be meeting through work, either this person in your energy or this new person, or both possibly. But I do see you putting the effort into the newer connection. So they're just not going to like it. But, we all have things we don't like, we have to deal with them. But this person's just not used to being turned down. All right, I'm going to pull a oracle card for you. All right, it says, see only love. Look past the seeming errors, mistakes, and misunderstandings, and see only the love within each person, including yourself. Your resolute focus upon the love that underlies every situation brings about healing in undreamed of ways. All right. I do hope that this has been helpful for you. If you've resonated with this reading, Cancer, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hype the video if you get the opportunity. Like the video. And until I see you in your next reading, know that you are loved, and namaste.